All right, let's use Google Slides to do our science notes. The first thing that we're going to do is open a new tab. And when we get our new tab open, we're going to go to our Google waffle and choose Slides. We're going to start with a blank slide. And we're going to wait for it to load. Now, we can start right away with some themes that are already there, or we can take out the themes and just start from blank. Now, because we want our first slide to be our web, we're going to click on these text boxes and remove them. Or also, before we really get started, we're going to title our slides presentation. For this one, it's going to be 15-1 notes. And then we're going to begin to build our web on this screen. So we're going to start with a shape. And I'm going to choose this one. And if I move it around a little bit, you can see that red line will show me when it gets centered. Oh, there it is. Now there are two ways to type in these. I can go and grab a text box, or if I just click on the shape, if I double click on the shape, I can type right inside of it already. So the title of this section is What is Weather? And now that I have that, I can highlight my text. I can change the font. I can change the size. And I can also change this alignment over here so that I can make it center aligned so that it's centered inside my box. Now when I click on my box, I can also choose, this is the little paint bucket, is the fill color. So I'm going to change it to purple. And this is the border color. So I can change that border color to this dark purple. And I can change the border weight to make it a little bit thicker. So when I click off, you can see the difference. Now let's add our other text boxes around. So I'm going to click on shape, and I'm going to do clouds because this one is weather, and I'm going to make a cloud. Now our section headers are going to be blue. So I'm going to change the fill color to this blue and my border color to blue. And then I'm going to copy this by saying Control+C. And it looks like it didn't do anything because nothing happened. But when I click Control+V, there it gives me another one. And I'm going to need 5 of those. So 1, 2, 3 more. And let's place these around where they're going to need to be. All right. Now we need to connect these to what is weather. So we're going to choose the line option in that drop down box, and we can use an elbow connector or a curved connector. So when I do a curved connector, I'm going to click there. It builds my line. I'm going to grab the other end and connect it to there. Now I want my line to be purple too, so it matches my center box, and I can make it thicker. Now that I have that one, I'm going to do the same thing with Control+C and V so that I have more lines. And so I'm going to grab it and go to here. make it stick. And grab each of these and put them where they need to go. Oh, wrong one. That's okay. We can do that. So click here to there. And that one to there. All right, and then I need my red boxes. So let's double click on this one and let's see what we need. Weather factors is one of our things. All right, I want to change that to rock salt so that it matches, and always I really like center aligning it. There we go. Now weather factors had 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections underneath it. So let's get 4 red sections, more shapes. Let's do these. There's one, so let's change it to red and get my border to be dark red and make my border thicker. And again, remember I can just double click and type into it. Air temperature. Now you see how it made temperature split up so that it could fit inside the box. All I have to do now is just make my box a little longer and it fits. And so I can Control C and make my other boxes match. Make sure my cursor turns into the cross so I can move them around. And there they go. I probably need to move this down here. And now make it connect. There we go. That way these have some space. All right. Now that we have our web completely done, we can begin to do our vocabulary. So we're going to click New Slide, and then we can work with our vocabulary. When we're ready for our next slide, we can go to our next slide and begin is weather and begin our notes. Now, if you want to add some flair, you can go to Slide. You can change the background and you can give it a different color. You can choose a solid color or a gradient. I'm going to choose this blue for weather-ish. Maybe it looks like a sky. I'm going to click Add to Theme, and then all of mine will be just like that. All right. So that's how you do your science notes in Google Slides. Now, when you're ready to share it with your teacher, you can do it one of 2 ways. If your teacher has created an assignment on Google Classroom, you can share it through Google Classroom. Or you can, if she's not or he's not, you can share it by clicking the share button and adding your teacher's email address here. And you would want to change this from edit to comment. And that way your teacher can leave you comments and let you know what you've done right and what you might need to work on a little bit. I hope that's helped you.